Week number 3 of the Queen and King of the Hill here on the coast, and this one is for all the runners who were complaining that there was too much power hiking in this challenge. We are trading the granite slabs for a forest bath, and we are seeking the paths a little less traveled. We are going up Lost Lake Shelter this week and cranking up the loam all the way. 700 meters, 2.6 kilometers of nice loamy trails. Let's go. Alright, so to get to this segment you have to drive to Porto Cove. You can park your car at the north terminus of the House on Crest Trail on Porto Road. The new House on Crest start forces you to run down the highway exit for a little bit and then turn left onto the House on Crest Trail connector. From there, it's pretty straightforward. The whole warm-up is about 2.2 kilometers and 320 meters of elevation gain to get to the start of the challenge. There are a couple important turns. So first one here at the signpost, you go left instead of right. So you go away from Deeks Lake northbound. And then shortly after, you will take a right onto an old decommissioned FSR. That's the right turn onto the logging road here. So we're still on the warm-up at this point, so you can take your time. Like I mentioned, it's about 2.2 kilometers and 320 meters. There's a second right turn a little bit further up, and this one's very important. It's very thoroughly flagged. It's a little bit more overgrown, but that is what's going to take you to the start of the segment. So here we are reaching the start of the segment. It's a big rock pile, so you can't really miss the start. You have to go up and over the rock pile right here. So you start your watch from this rock pile, and that's the start of the challenge for this week. It is 2.6 kilometer long and 700 meters of elevation gain. So the total elevation for the entire challenge or the entire day is right over 1,000 meters, but we are only using 700 meters as part of the challenge. It's 3 distinct sections of low angle traversing and 3 sections of very steep forest power hiking, as you can see right here. So we are here at section number 2 of power hiking. So it's always very well flagged. We did add a lot of flagging to make sure no one gets lost. The bottom half is flagged very heavily. The top half is a little bit less flagged, but the important junctions are very well marked. This is the second section of steep power hiking. It's the longest one. After that section, there is a long section of low angle traversing that starts right here when you exit the canopy. This is really where it's going to start hurting. So we have about 2/3 of the vertical done, but there's a lot of runnable terrain left. So this here is the entrance to the last section that cuts the old decommissioned FSR, and there is an important junction that I'll show you right above. So make sure you turn right here into the forest to avoid going longer. And this is the important turn. So we are nearing the top right now, and there's a very well flagged right-hand turn here that will take you the most direct way towards the shelter. It's going to be a forest trail from then on. It's a little bit steeper. I would probably recommend relatively grippy shoes because there's a lot of needles and branches on the ground. So it makes for a pretty slippery surface, especially as you near the top of the challenge. So we are nearing the Lost Lake Shelter. So this is the summit plateau here. So you stop your watch when you touch the shelter that we see on the screen here. So that's the very top. After 700 meters of vertical gain, you get to Lost Lake Shelter.